Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to the channel Mathematics by Larry Panjwani. So today class topic is standard form. We will see how to convert the number in the standard form and how to apply operation in standard form number, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. And after covering the basic concept, we will see the past paper question, which questions come in non-calculator paper and which questions come in calculator paper. So this topic comes in both the paper, non-calculator and calculator. It's very important topic for the IGCSE or O level, both the students. So starting with the basic concept, for example, I have take one question, 0.00045. Now I need to convert this number into standard form. So the general form of standard form is like this. Okay, this is the general form of the standard form. So we need to convert this number like this. So rule number one, the first rule, please make noted down all the important points in your notebook, so it will be helpful later for you when you revise this topic again. So rule number one is that this decimal point must be after one digit. But you can see that in this question the decimal point is also after one digit, but the important thing is that that number should not be equal to 0. I am repeating again, the decimal point must be after one digit, but that number should not be equal to 0. To converting any number into standard form, rule number one is this. So I have to move this decimal point after 4. So how many steps it will take? 1, 2, 3 and 4. It will take 4 steps and the decimal point moving right side. Remember that when the decimal point moving right side, this is the power n. This will be negative. Please note down this as well. When we move the decimal point to the right side, the power will be negative. When we move the decimal point to the left side, the power will be positive. So now we write answer 4.5. Now we need to write like this, multiply 10 raised to the power. Now as I told you, when we move right side, power will be negative, so I will write minus. So now what will be the power? So the number of step will be the power, the how many step it will take to reach after 4. So it will take 4 step, as I counted you 4 steps, so it will be minus 4. So that's the answer. That's it. That's a simple. That's how we can convert a standard form. That's how we can convert a number to standard form. Okay, so I hope everything is clear. We will take one more example. 247.5. For example, I need to convert this number into standard form. Now how to convert this number? So right now, as I told you, the decimal point after one digit. Okay, but right now the decimal point after 3 digits, so I have to move this to before 2. So 1 and 2, it will take 2 steps, and the decimal point moving left side, as I told you, when we move left side, the power will be positive. So final answer will be 2.475 multiply by 10 raised to the power, how many steps? 1 and 2, so I will write positive 2. That's it. This will be the final answer and how we can convert a number into standard form. I hope everything is clear. We will see the past paper question and we will do some practice. I will give you practice question as well. It will be very helpful for you. Now this is a basic concept and a basic thing how to convert a number into standard form. I hope everything is clear in this. Now the next thing we will starting now. We will see how we add or subtract two standard form numbers. Okay, now we will see how to add and subtract two standard form number if we have given to us. Now for example, I have a question. P is given 8 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 6, and Q is 2 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 5. Okay, now the question is, we need to, the first part is we need to multiply these two numbers. Okay, and the next part is we need to divide that number. Okay, then we will do addition subtraction as well. Okay, now how to multiply that? Now it's very important for you that if you know the rules of indices. I have already uploaded the video of indices, so please go through that video, but it's very important. You will see some rules applying of indices in this question as well. Part number 1, p is 8 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 6 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 10 raised to the minus 5. Now listen to me very carefully. This is a very easy concept. That's why I start with multiply and divide. Just multiply the number first. 8 2s are 16. Okay. Now you can see these two numbers. They both are multiplying and they have same bases. So the rule of indices is that when the bases are same, power will be add. So you have to remember that. That's why I told you you have to know the basic rules of indices as well. So when the bases are same, power will be add. So it will become minus 6 and minus 5. Now listen to me very carefully how to write the answer. 16 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 11. Now this is not a final answer because the standard form rule is that if there is no decimal point must be after one digit, but right now you can see there is no decimal point. So where is the decimal point? When there is no decimal point, this means that decimal point is at the end. Remember this thing. Okay, when there is no decimal point, this means that decimal point is at the end. Now you can see that decimal point after two digit, but the standard form say that we have a decimal point after one digit. So I have to move this decimal point to the left side. So it will take one step and we are moving left side. It will take one step and we are moving left side. Now listen to me. I will write, how will I answer? 1.6 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 11 and plus 1. Why I write plus 1? Because I am moving left side and it take one step. So when we move left side, we add, we take a sign positive, and I just take one step. That's why I write plus 1. So the final answer will be 1.6 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 10. This will be your final answer. So I hope everything is clear in this question. There is no confusion. Okay. Now another question, that is division. Now we need to divide. Part number 2. So 8 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 6 divided by 2 multiplied by 10 raised to the power we have minus 5. Now listen to me very carefully. First we will divide the number. 8 divided by 2 will give us 4. 2 ones are and 2 fours are, so it will give us 4. Multiply. Now you can see bases are same. When the bases are same and they are dividing, the power will be subtract. So 10 minus 6. This minus will be the rule of indices minus, because when the bases are same and they are dividing, so we subtract, and we have minus 5 as well. So it will become 4 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 6 plus 5. So this is 4 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 1. This will be the final answer, because I told you when there is no decimal point, this means the decimal point at the end, and we have only one digit 4. So this means that after 4 there is a decimal point. So that's that the rule number 1 is completely okay in this question. So this will be the final answer. So I hope everything is clear in these two concepts, how to multiply and divide the numbers. Okay, inshallah we will see the past paper question, and I will give you a practice question as well. So I hope multiplication and division there is no confusion. Now we will start addition and subtraction, how to add and subtract the standard form numbers. For example, I will take one question. 2.7 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 11, and q is 9 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 12. Now in multiplying and division, the concept related to indices is very simple. We just multiply and divide the numbers and then we apply the indices rule. But in addition subtraction there is a difference. For example, the part 1 is p plus q. The value of p is 2.7 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 11 plus q value is 9 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 12. Now listen to me carefully. In addition and subtraction, you have to remember that rule. In addition and subtraction, you can only add and subtract when the power will be same. When their power will be same, then you can add and subtract. Otherwise you cannot add or subtract. And remember, these types of questions come in non-calculator paper. Okay, so you have to know these rules. Okay, so now how I can make the power same of both the question. Now listen to me very carefully. What I will do right now, so I have 2.7 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 11. Okay, so what will happen if I move this decimal point to the this side? So this side, so it will become 0.27 multiplied by 10 raised to power 11 and plus 1. Why plus 1? Because I am moving the decimal point to the left side. I am moving decimal point to the left side and I just take one step. That's why I write plus 1. Why I am doing this? As I told you, the power must be same. When the power are same, then we can add and subtract. Okay, so now it will become 0.27 because decimal point already moved to the left side. Now you don't need to write decimal point again. Okay, so 0.27 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 11 plus 1, it will become 0.27 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 12. Okay, now the next number we have 9 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 12. Now you can see that both have a same powers, so just write them. You don't need to do anything. You can only apply the indirect rule in the multiplication division, not in addition. Addition, you have to remember that the power must be same. When the power are same, just write down that number. That's it. Now what we need to do, we need to add these two number. Okay, so 9 plus 0.27. So I hope there is no confusion. This the answer will be 9.27. I hope you know the basic concept how to add and subtract the decimal number. I have already uploaded a video related to decimal point as well, so I hope there is no confusion in this. So the final answer will be 9.27 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 12. Now you can see that decimal point is already after one digit. When you write the answer, remember that, please check the rule 1, that the decimal point must be after one digit. You can see that the decimal point is already after one digit, so this means that we don't need to do anything. This will be our final answer. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to subtract. So we have bigger number 9, so I can say we have to subtract like this, q minus p. Okay, so the q is 9 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 12 minus uh, we have 2.7 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 11. So again the same concept we have to repeat. The power must be same, so I will change this to 0.27 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 12 minus 9 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 12. Now you can see that the powers are same, so I will write multiply by 10 raised to the power 12. Now what I have to do, I have to just subtract the value. 9 minus 0.27 will give me 8.73. As I told you, I have already uploaded the video related to decimal point, fraction and indices, so please go through that videos. Okay, so there's a very basic video, basic concept video, how to subtract a decimal number, how to add, how to multiply, how to divide. So you will get 8.73 when you subtract these two values. So this will be your final answer, because the rule number 1 is correct. That's after one decimal, after one digit we have a decimal point. So the 8.73 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 12 will be our final answer. So I hope everything is clear. These questions are just a basic question to understand what is standard form and how to convert any number to standard form, how to add, multiply, divide and subtract the standard form numbers. So I hope everything is clear. Now we will start the past paper question related to standard form numbers. Now we will start the past paper question. So the first question, we have 0.00257 in standard form. So we have to convert this in standard form. I hope you understand all the basic concept of standard form. If your basic concept is clear, then you will solve these questions. So now the currently question, we have a non-calculator question. So we have the rules of standard form is that the point must be after one digit and that number should be not equal to 0. So we have to move the decimal point. How many steps it will take? Now we need to find out the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. It will take 4 steps to reach the decimal point after 2. So the final answer will be 2.57 multiplied by 10 raised to the power negative 4, because we move the decimal point to the right side. So when we move the decimal point to the right side, we have to write negative power. Now, the next part we have is the division of two numbers, and both are standard form numbers. So first we divide the numbers. So 2 divided by 4. This means 2 under 2, it will become 1 upon 2. And 1 upon 2 means 0.5. Okay. So it will become 0.5. Now, we know the rules of indices. When bases are same and they are dividing, the power will be subtract. So 10 power 4 minus, and this value is negative 5. So I will write minus 5. So 0.5 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 9. Minus minus plus 4 plus 5 will 9. Now, this is not a standard form answer because the question will give you an answer in the standard form. So standard form rule is that the decimal after one digit and that number is not be equal to 0. So I have to move the decimal point to the right side. So I am moving the decimal point to the right side one step. So the final answer is 5 multiplied by 10 is power 9 minus 1. Why minus 1? I am moving the decimal point to the right side. When we move right side, we have to put a negative. And I move just one step, that's why I write 1. So 5 multiplied by 10 is to the power 8. 9 minus 1, 8. This will be your final answer. So I hope everything is clear. That's a very simple question. You just need to understand the basic concept. Now this concept we haven't done, so we will do in this question. And now we need to done a reciprocal method. We have done the ordinary number to standard form. Now we have to convert its standard form number into ordinary number. Now you need to understand the rules. Now you can see the power is negative. When the power is negative, what you need to do? Just put the zero on the left side. The power is negative 4. So write 4 0 0 0 0 0 and 754. Remove the decimal number. Remove the decimal from the question. And now what I did, the power is negative 4. When the power is negative, you have to add 0 on left side. And the power is 4, so I add 4 zeros. Now put decimal after 1 0. So this will be your ordinary number. You can check your answer as well. When you move decimal to the one digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, it will take 4 steps. So it will become 7.54 multiplied by 10 is to the power negative 4. So you can check your answer as well. What you have to do when the power is positive, now see this as well. For example, the question is this, and we have to convert it to ordinary. When the power is negative, you added 0 on the left side. But when the power is positive, then you have to write the 0 on the right side too. But you have to remember one rule: when the power is positive, you have to move the decimal at the end. So right now the power is 4 and the number is 7.54. So I have to move the decimal at the end. This means I have to move the decimal 4 step right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So here you have to put a decimal point and the empty spaces you have to put 0. So the final answer will be 754,000. 75,400 is your final answer. So I hope everything is clear. If still you have any confusion, you can comment me. And as I told you, you will get my Gmail address in the description and you can just send me any question of any topic you have issue. I will inshallah try to make a separate video that question. Okay, so I hope everything clear. Now we need to subtract the two numbers. Now we have a number 5 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 minus 8 multiplied by 10 to the power 6. Now the rules of minus plus is that the same basis power must be same. So what I will do, as you see there is no decimal, this means a decimal at the end. I will move decimal point to the right side one step. So this will become 50. Okay, multiply by 10 raised to power 7 minus 1. Why minus 1? Because I move decimal point to the right side. When we move right side, the power will be negative and I move just one step, so it will become minus 1. So this will become 50 multiplied by 10 raised to power 6 minus 8 multiplied by 10 raised to power 6. Now you can see that both have the same power. So for 50 minus 8 will be 42 and multiplied by 10 raised to power 6. This will be your final answer. Now another question. Now there is no decimal point. This means decimal point at the end. Now how many steps? 1. We have to convert it to standard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4.2 multiplied by 10 is to the power 7. Because we have moved the decimal point to the left side. When we move left side, the power will be positive. Now again, we have another question, that's addition. So as I told you, these all the questions are non-calculator paper questions. So you know the basic concept and the trick how to solve this question. Now what I will do, uh, I will move this decimal point to the left side. So when I move decimal point to the left side, it will become 0.13 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 4 plus 1. Why plus 1? Because I move the decimal point to the left side. When we move left side, we add, and I just move one step, that's why I add plus 1. So this will become 0.13 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 3. And the next one is 7.4 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 3. Why I did this? As I told you, in addition subtraction, the base power must be same. The same basis power must be same. These both are same bases, their power must be same as well. Then we can add and subtract these two values. Okay, so I hope there is no confusion in these questions. That's a very simple question. Now what we need to do, we need to add 0.13 plus 7.4. So we will get 7.53 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. I hope there is no confusion how I add the decimal numbers. I already uploaded the decimal number video. So go through that video. Okay, it will helpful for you. Okay, now this part is homework for you. You already done this. Now we will try this one. So in multiplication, just multiply 4 to the 8, and then same basis of power will be add. So 9 and it's minus 2, that will become minus 2. 8 multiplied by 10 is to the power 7 will be the final answer. That's it. Okay, so this will be also, this is homework for you. These both part is homework, and this part is similar to what we have done the previous, I think the first part we have done. So these are homework for you. Okay, try to solve these questions. It will very helpful for you. And I will also share some practice question as well. So it will be great for you to do some practice question as well. Now we have done the question that, as I told you, these are all the latest past paper question 2024, 23, 22, 21. Now we are moving towards the calculator paper question. These questions normally come in calculator paper question. So you can see that the question is, the table shows the salaries of three basketball players, Stephen, Joy, and Tristan. Find the difference. Difference means we have to subtract between the salary of Tristan and Stephen. So Tristan's salary is 3.64 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 minus, and Stephen is 8.27 multiplied by 10 to the power 6. So you have to subtract these two values. Now, what you need to do, as this question is come in a calculator paper, so you can use calculator and solve this question. So I will show you how to use calculator as well to solve this question. That's a very simple basic concept. So the value I have 3.64. Now you can see at the bottom there is multiply by 10 is power. I will click here, and the power is 7. So I will write 7 minus, then I have 8.27, again exponent, power 6 equal to, so you will get the answer. The difference is 2813, and we have 40. So if I convert this into standard form, now I hope you are clear with this concept. So the final answer 281340. So now I have to convert this into standard form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2.813 multiplied by 10 to the power 7. This is the difference between these two salaries. Okay, I hope everything is clear. Now another question. Leave that second part. We have to solve first part. Work out how many more people live in Bahrain than in Maldives. Give your answer standard form. They have given some country name, their population, their area of kilometer. We have to just solve part one. So work out how many people live in Bahrain then Maldives. So again we have to subtract it. Bahrain we have 1.54 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 minus, oh, okay, and Maldives we have 3.92 multiplied by 10 to the power 5. Again, as I told you, this question, these question right now we are doing our calculator paper question. So we can use calculator to solve these questions. So the value is 1.54 exponent 6 minus 3.92 exponent 5 equal to, so the value I got 1148000. What happened? So the value I got. Now what I need to do? I need to convert this number. They have clearly mentioned that you have to write the answer in the standard form. So how many steps it will take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1.148 multiplied by 10 is to the power 6. This will be our final answer. So I hope everything is clear in this question. This is a very simple question. Now the remaining questions are homework for you. Try these question and I will just do part 1. Okay, I will do one more part and then you have to try the last part. Well, we will do one more part. So now again the question we have to subtract it. What we need to do? There is a country name and the electricity generated in 2010 and 2016. Calculate how much more electricity was generated in Japan than Australia in 2016. So we have to use this data. Okay, Japan we have 1.03 multiplied by 10 is to the power 6 minus Australia we have 2.43 multiplied by 10 is to the power 5. Again, we will use the calculator and solve this part. So I have 1.03 exponent 6 minus 2.43 exponent 5 equal to. So the answer we got, this is not a correct, we have to write in the standard form 78700. So I have to move decimal point to make a stand from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7.87 multiplied by 10 is to the power 5. So this will be our final answer. So these types of questions normally come in the paper 2. I hope there is no confusion in these questions. Now this is the last part. So this don't do part 2. Just this is homework for you. Okay. So try this question by yourself. If you face difficulty, you can just comment it. And as I already told you that you will get my Gmail address on the description. So if there is any topic, any question of the past paper, if you have any confusion, just mail that question, the picture of that question. I will make a separate video for that question. So I hope everything is clear. We have done the standard form topic as well. Inshallah, in the next class, we will start a new topic. Allah Hafiz. It's the last question. As I told you, this is homework for you. Don't try part 2. Okay. As I forget to share the screen, so this part is homework for you and don't do part 2. Okay. Everything is clear. Allah Hafiz.